Let's record. Y'all are so patient. I appreciate you all. Okay, let's welcome you to Boot Camp Session 1, How to Run a Business from Home. Okay, some of you are brand new and some of you are seasoned, but need a little brushing up on your skills. So I applaud you for making the decision to learn some new skills, relearn some new skills that you already have to have a successful Mary Kay business. Mary Kay always said, school is never out for the pro. There's always something you can learn from a different way of saying it. I go to uh, seminar and career conference and leadership, and all of a sudden I heard something that was like fresh and brand new. I thought, I probably heard that a million times, but all of a sudden it clicked. You know, anybody know what I mean? So tonight we're going to go over topics that might not be super fun, but are very important, like emotional management, time management, money management, but keeping it super simple and easy. And don't worry, I'm going to start with my screen sharing, hopefully, again. And I think I found them, Suzanne. Let's see, share. And, okay. This one. I did it. Woo-hoo. Okay. Success equals personal use. Now, this is a tool to help you know what's best for you and what products you can get for yourself at wholesale. So you are a brand ambassador and and a walking advertisement for Mary Kay. So before we talk about selling the product, we want to make sure you're using it yourself. I've got a story to tell. As a brand new consultant, you want to make sure you're using 100% Mary Kay, kind of head to toe, because you're going to sell what you wear. So the more products you use, the more products you're going to sell. If I were to go around and ask everyone, what is your number one best-selling product, it would all be different because our skin needs different things and we're all at different stages in our lives. But when I was brand new, I was trying to be frugal and kept using my Maybelline mascara. Therefore, I never sold Mary Kay's mascara, which was wonderful, absolutely wonderful. So the minute that tube was done and I opened one of ours, guess what? I started selling mascara. That made a believer out of me because if you to use what we have. So if you use nothing but Mary Kay, you're going to sell Mary Kay. So go through your bathroom cabinet and see what Mary Kay products you need to replace brand X, whatever brand X is. Start using only Mary Kay and watch your skin start to shine and be radiantly healthy, and watch your sales start to soar. People will notice and ask you what you're wearing. Okay, let's see. Stop sharing. I have to talk to myself, girls. Okay, now what, Suzanne? Okay, the next topic. Well, I'm going to figure this out. Well, the next topic is attitude. Attitude determines your altitude. You can do everything right, but fail with the wrong attitude. And you can do everything wrong and succeed with the right attitude. You can mess up the order of application at a party. And believe you me, I've done it more than once, but still have everyone buy a basic skincare set because of your positive attitude and your excitement and passion for the product. Mary Kay said, what you think about, you bring about. So for instance, whether you're making booking calls and think only half the people are going to book, you're probably right. But if you think everybody books with me and everybody wants to have a party with me, that will come across in your voice. So stay positive. This is what we're looking at, is the emotional cycle. Let's talk about it first. The first cycle is excitement. You're brand new, you're booking parties, you're ready to make it all happen, and then cycle 2 happens, and there might be some frustration from an obstacle or somebody saying no or somebody not buying or whatever. It's okay. You look around and then go to cycle 3. I don't know if y'all can see this whole thing or not. My screen's not as big. Cycle 3 is crisis mode. You're mad. You want to blame somebody else, and you look for an easy way out. What was I thinking when I signed my agreement? And then comes cycle 4, recommitment. Something happens. Somebody buys something. You get resold on your dream. You are focused on the positive. You are focused on what you can control, not what you can't. And you realize what is best is rarely easiest. And you are again re-energized. And this cycle can happen in the same day, maybe in the same hour. But the mountains and the valleys start to level out as you mature in your business and easier to manage. I always say work as if everything depends on you and pray as if everything depends on God, because it does. Okay, let's see. I don't even think that was shared
It wasn't.
because I didn't push the button.
Yeah.
Okay, let me go back to found. And you're going to get this this flyer, this handout when we get through. So it's a cycle with a circle around it. Okay, let's do it again. Time management is the next one topic. Okay, you can either manage your time or time will manage you. And I've had both in my career. There may be days when you don't have a clue what you're going to do. You're flying off the seat of your pants, and then there are days when you are super focused, and maybe you have made a plan the night before, which is a smart thing to do, something like a 6 most important things to do list that you will hear a lot in Mary Kay. I do that every night, and sometimes there's a whole lot more than 6, but if you keep it to 6 and you get 6 done, you are happier about it. Trust me. There's always things to do, right? Most of you wear many hats and need to carve out time for all the things you want to do. You may not have 10 hours a week, but if you can find 15 minutes 3 times a day, you can do something with your Mary Kay business. You have to find those pockets of time. You would have time to make some calls, do a party. So if you found 5 hours a week, which is very part-time with Mary Kay, and that's what I did my first year in business as a new mom, but with 10 hours a week, you can make a significant income. And with 20 plus hours a week, you can become a sales director and earn a car. It's finding those pockets of time where you weave Mary Kay into your life. Whatever you're doing, you look around and see, oh, she needs Mary Kay. You start thinking, who needs Mary Kay? So it's like the whole world just opened up. So it's finding those pockets of time. And that's what I really love about it. When I had babies, I had one party a week. When they were in school, I could work more and found lots of other mothers and teachers and and some of who are still my customers today. And which is fun. But now with grandkids and a retired husband, I work with great flexibility and have a life and successful business at the same time. So the weekly plan sheet. Let's see if I can do this right. Suzanne's share. And the second one, which you have in order. Thank you. Share. Okay. Everybody see that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So I'm looking through my notes here. Okay. I use this every week. I don't know what I'd do without it. This is a new one I found that one of the nationals had put together, and I like it a lot because on the side it has your weekly sales goal, your total sales that actually happened, it's goal, and then actual, and then production means, I think that means wholesale orders. My star, what is your wholesale so far on your weekly, on your quarterly star, and how much you have left to go, kind of just keeps you on track. Plus, it keeps you on track with your time. So this is a great tool. It can change your life. You write everything that is going on in your life. If you're in school, write down school time. If you work another job, put down those hours. If you have other appointments, hair, doctor, whatever, put down those appointments. Church, put down those appointments. And when you want to have your quiet time, but fill this out. Make a copy of this. Fill this out every week for yourself and your family, and you put it on the fridge so everybody knows where you are and when and what you've got scheduled. And I usually fill this out on Sunday night and get it out of my head, because if I put it down on paper and my list of things to do on paper, then I don't have to think about it. I just look at my list, because thinking about it too much gets a lot of thinking done, but not a lot of doing. So get it out of your head. That way your head's clear. It's you can see when you have time for your Mary Kay appointments when everything else is filled in. So some of the most successful Mary Kay people held all 3 appointments in one day. I've heard several people, several national sales directors from the stage, saying they were teachers. Some of them are teachers in different professions, but they could only work on Saturdays, or they could only work on a Sunday afternoon. And whatever fit their family life is when they put the pockets of Mary Kay. And so there's no perfect schedule. It's just getting the job done around your life. And doing everything at the party, finding future appointments, booking appointments there, making your sales and team building all at the same time, so you don't have to be tracking people down later. That's working smarter, not harder. Tracking people down sometimes can be time consuming. So if you get it all done, then it's a lot easier. So take one of these sheets, and this is part of your homework this week. Just take one of these sheets, fill it out for the rest of this week and the first part of next week before we come back. And share it with me, and if you don't mind, and we can see, where you can fit your Mary Kay in. And some of you may not have a whole lot of time, but there's usually some time that you can do your business. So we want to do that. So okay, I'm already off my chain right now. Okay, here we go. Make a list of the 6 most important things to do tomorrow, whether it's coach your hostess, call 5 customers, talk to a team member, and work your list until you're done. Keeping God first, family second, and career third. Not 33rd. You may have 20 things to do, but these 6 are the most important things to do. I suggest you also do one for your life outside of Mary Kay. For your home, your family, do a separate list, because it's got to get done some way, somehow. If you don't finish them today, your list of 6 the most important, put them on the list for tomorrow. And if you don't get finished then, put it on the next day, until you get tired of writing it down repeatedly and just do it. Speaking of just do it, there's three ways: is do it, delegate it, or dump it. Do it if that is something only you can do. Delegate it if somebody else can do it just as well. Or dump it, maybe you don't even need to be doing that task. Yes, think. Work smarter, not harder. So that's Mary Kay 101 on time management. Okay, let's see. Stop sharing. And what do I do, sister? Go back to here. Okay, we did it. Hey, Joan. Okay, now let's switch to money management. Not always my favorite topic, but it's super important. That's why we work, right? Make sure you have a free personal separate account for your Mary Kay business. There's plenty of them out there. It could be at your bank that and most of y'all already have a separate account, but make sure it's separate for your Mary Kay business because you don't want to be commingling your funds. So the, the business stays separate. But make sure you have one with a debit card attached to it because that's how you will place your Mary Kay orders. It will come out of there. So let's look at a weekly accomplishment sheet. Let's see, share. Okay, there we go. Now, this is something you fill out every week. I do. I happen to have a software program that does it automatically for me, but I did this every week for 16 years until I decided to go the other route. So this is not hard. There are a lot of little spaces there, but basically this is all on InTouch, and you can fill it out on InTouch and share it with me, your director, and we can give you the recognition that you have earned. But I recommend that it's a good idea to print it off because on InTouch you can't always see the totals. Well, you can see, but I'm a paper girl. You may not be. So InTouch is your girlfriend. So that's what you use. But I like to see how much I've done. So if it's close, and I celebrate and give you recognition for 300 weeks or above. So if you're like on Friday at 289, you need to go sell a lip liner or mascara to make it to 300. But I like to see it on paper. That way I can have it in my date book or on the fridge or wherever you have it, your things put together. But that's just an idea that would be a good idea. So if you do it at the end of the week, you just don't know how close you are to the next level. Also, at the bottom here, the second page of this is on InTouch, by the way, this part. It shows you there's check marks that you can check on places that you need help with. That, for instance, if you need ideas for any of these things, my shop orders or coaching your hostess or any of those things, check it off. We will look at it each week and help you with that. So if anybody reaches out for help, that's what my job is to help. So that is very important to me. So, but this, if you do this finish it on Sunday, Suzanne is in my office on Tuesday to look at your accomplishment sheets, and that's what we look at is how to recognize you. So, okay, what do you do with all the paper and the receipts? Okay, use a large envelope like this, a manila envelope. Let's see, here it is, and print off. And you may have already done this. I know Joan has been doing this for years. I do it on my computer now, so I don't have to do this, but this is the page that I'll show you in just a minute. And let me get back up because I'm too close to it. I don't know, I'm trying to find the camera. There it is. Staple it or tape it to the outside of the envelope. And then let me show you what that looks like. It is called the tax worksheet. Hold on. Okay, can't find that one, sister. Weekly, is it the 406 one?
Fourth or fifth tab, maybe.
Okay. Incorporated, Mary Kay, directors. Let's see if that's it. There we go. Okay, this is a worksheet that's got all the things that you can deduct for your business and at the end of the year for tax purposes. I'm not a tax expert, but we can find people who are. And there's several people who work with Mary Kay people because Mary Kay is a little different. It is a business, but there's certain things that we can deduct that are legal and helpful. So this is the worksheet for that, and that goes. I put it on the outside of the envelope. So, and you put all the receipts in the envelope. And if you want to do it, an envelope for each month, but staple your sales tickets together. Um, and at the end of the year, you can add up these. All you have to do is add the worksheet. Just look at the worksheet for each month and add those and hand it to your tax person. You can throw them all in one envelope if you want to, because all they want to know is the bottom line. So, but what do you keep? Like your packing slips from your orders to prove that you bought product from Mary Kay, copies of any sales receipts, um, your that from your business, your orders to the customer orders. If you buy headbands or cotton balls, keep the receipt. Career conference and seminar registration, you'll get a receipt online from Mary Kay. Any travel expense, like going to events, car mileage to and from appointments, deliveries, any of that, put that in your date book, how many miles you drove, any kind of place where you can keep it together. You can if there's there's apps that you can use on your phone for that, but keep up with that because that is a tax deduction. And all of that is on the worksheet. So remember to KISS. Keep it simple, sweetie. None of this is hard, but it does take a little time. And, sometimes we just keep throwing stuff in the pile. Yeah, I do that. But it doesn't serve me well. So, yeah, it's good to go ahead and do it. I heard somebody say, if you can get it done in 2 minutes, go ahead and do it now. You think things are going to take forever, but they don't. Okay. Okay, let's get out of this. Stop sharing and go back. Okay. Um, okay, let's talk about money management. In Mary Kay, we do make 50% gross profit on the sale of the product. Gross means before expenses. We have something called gross profit minus expenses, and that is your net income. So we have gross profit of 50%. But we encourage you to take a 60-40 split. And let me show you what that looks like. Let's see. No, that's not it. Money management. There it is. Okay. 60-40. 60, let's see. Let me back up. 50%. I like to say it this way because it makes more sense to me. Is we buy from Mary Kay at 50% off the retails to replace the product that we sold for the week. So we have 50% from our receipts before taxes. Taxes kind of go and float back and forth from between you and your customer. So we have 50% to replace what came off of our shelf last week. We keep 10% that we're going to use for business supplies like lookbooks, samples, trays, disposables, shipping, putting your customers in the preferred customer program, which is going to be out very soon. The 17th is the deadline for that, by the way, so that they get a lookbook from you each quarter. So we save that 10% of our sales for those types of expenses. So we always have the money to further our business. So if you have a $200 week, you order $100 to replace what you came off your shelf and keep 20, which is 10% of 200, for your business expenses. If you have a $1,000 week, you order $500 of product and you keep back $100 for any expense. That way you can say, I have the money in the bank to pay for we call it PCP, Preferred Customer Program, seminar, anything that is coming up is already sitting there. And I find that very comforting and not stressful because you've already done the work, you've got the money, but you've been a wise business person and kept that 10% for furthering your business. Okay, then the 40%, let's talk about the fun part. The 40% is what you pay yourself. So if you keep your expenses to 10%, then you will have the 40% left. Okay, let me get out of this and talk straight. Oh, I'm on my soapbox now. Okay, now let's talk about discounts to customers. One word, don't. Don't discount your product. The department stores don't discount, and our amazing products are of much better quality and value than theirs. Mary Kay always said, you can spend more, but you can't buy better. So if you give even a 10% discount to your customer, that is 20% of your profit. That that finally hit home to me, it struck a heavy chord because I was guilty. I'd been doing that. And I was always wondering why I didn't have enough money to do stuff. Well, it was going out the door because I was doing sale after sale. And when you do that, your customers are used, that is just born into them that they're gonna wait till a sale. Well, I do give a discount during their birthday months because I think birthdays are special. And so that is, and used to be as a consultant, it was just 10%. As a director, I can afford to give a little more, so I do 15. And they love it. My customers buy a lot during their birthday months. So, but that's it. So when you're in business to provide for your family, giving a discount quickly eats up your profit. So don't discount. The better thing to do is offer a product with a large purchase. For instance, I use the half off monthly specials. I don't know if you all are doing that yet or not, but they came out. Monica started doing those about 4 or 5 years ago, and I jumped on the bandwagon because that appealed to me. I thought if I were a customer and I could get a half price item for every $50 I would spend, especially if something really appealed to me, and maybe it's something I'd wanted to buy but didn't think I could do that at the time, I'd jump on that. So for every $50 in regular price the customer spends, there's a monthly special sheet of different products. Each month it's different, and they can buy one for every $50. So I've got girls, if it's the right product, sometimes they will purchase $200 just to get 4 of whatever their favorite products are. So, that's no skin off my back because it doesn't take my profit away. I just order that and it floats. It's not you don't make a profit, but then it's not coming off anything either. So I don't mind that. It's just when you get a blanket discount, that's a problem. Okay, because those products that they're purchasing at half price, they may fall in love with them and reorder them for the rest of their time with you, which is what happens. So one last item: make sure that you put all your sales, all the money into your account, your credit card, your credit sales, your credit card sales, your checks, and your cash. Don't be stopping at Starbucks on the way home thinking, I'm going to get an iced latte with my Mary Kay money. No, 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 that would be embezzling. And I will send you an orange shirt if you do that. So, but you can also use the business tracking register. This is kind of like a check register, which I still use that, that tool. I am definitely old school. Let me show it to you so you can, and like I said, all of these will be on, is that it? Nope. Nope. Skincare file. I don't see it, sister. Oh, um, anyhow, it'll be in the list of uh, um, papers in the we'll be sending it an email after when I put the recording to this class in there. Okay, but it's basically it just keeps track of your deposits, keeps track of 50% for your inventory, 10% for sales tools, and your 40% for your what you bought yourself a check with, or just take it out and put it in your family account, however you want to do that. But and taxes are on there too, so you can keep up with taxes because that goes for your orders and then you receive it back from the customer. So, but you need to keep track of that. So, okay. Now, a couple more things before we wrap it up. Let's talk kitchen table party math. This is a chart put together by a sister director, and it is brilliant. When I saw it for the first time, I got so pumped. It shows your possible annual income from just holding parties. And it's based on your average party sales, which you should know by now, multiplied by how many parties you want to hold in a week, and at 2 hours per party. So let me share that. And party math. Found it. Okay. So let's see. Where do I start? Okay, so let's just start at the very top. And this is how many parties in a week at an average party. And this is a 250 party, which is kind of low, but that's okay. Mary Kay always said we want to under promise and over deliver. So this is why there's one of these columns at the 250 level. So let's just start there. And let me take some water before I lose my voice. Okay, so the retail amount on 250 class times for 2 classes a week is 500. So your weekly profit is half of that, 250. And your monthly profit is 1,000. But for the year, it's 12,500. Okay? Y'all follow me? Anybody getting excited yet? And your hourly profit is 62.50. That makes you want to do a few parties, doesn't it? It does me. And this does not take into consideration any further income from reorders that your customer is going to run out of products and they're going to need more of it, or your recruiting income. This is just at the party itself. So let's say you wanted to do 3 of those in a week. 3 at 250 is 18,750 for the year. So say you're getting really good, and your average is 5. I think mine is actually about 6 or 7. Just FYI, it grows, and really, if you have 5 people there, 6 people, it will be easily 5 or 6 or more, because somebody's going to buy a repair, maybe 2 people. I had one party, repair just came out. I sold 3 repairs plus, I think 3 people ordered over 300, and one person was younger, so she just got the Ultimate Miracle set. So it was 1,400 party with 4 people. I like that, and I've done more than that before with a few more people, but it's people when people put the product on, they love it, right? So say you're getting better and you want to do 3 parties at 500 each. So the bottom line for the year is 37,500. So just start dreaming. How many parties do you want to hold? How good you want to get? Um, because once you're confident, once you have a few skincare parties under your belt, the confidence grows. And if you do several, together, the confidence gets even stronger. So, okay. Um, let's see. So if you have more time to hold more parties, your income definitely climbs much faster. And Mary Kay can be more than a hobby. It could be your full-time or part-time job. I know it has sure changed my life over the past 43 years, from a new mom, small business owner, to a work from home wife, mom, ma of my grandbabies. And I contribute to our family's expenses. So that it can be a lot, or it can be a little, or it can be a lot, or it can be a whole lot. Okay, the last tool I want to share with you is the monthly sales goal tracking sheet. And I loved this. I used to use this all the time because it was fun. And I like thermometers. Let's see if I can find it. Monthly, here it is. I always put this with new consultant packets. Basically, a track to number grows, right? If you track it, you're working on it, you're seeing it, and you think, I can do a little bit more, I can do a little bit more. But print this out, put it on your fridge, and along with a picture of your goal, whatever that, or you can just write it in, whatever trips your trigger. This is for a month, and you break it down. Basically, I'm good at strategizing, so if you all need help with that, I'm the girl. But this could be something fun, maybe even a trip somewhere, or it could be a bill or whatever, household bill. Not as fun, but essential. So I love doing this and coloring it in. So basically what you do is, how much do you need to reach that goal? So taking your, this is a little different. Yeah, no, it's not different. It's a 60-40 split. I'm looking at it wrong. So whatever you're saving for, and what do you need to profit? So the profit is 40%, right? So the profit is, say, let's do it 1,000 for the month. Okay, just so I can think. So you would need to profit $400. To the retail that you need is 1,000, and the profit from 1,000 is 400. So it just breaks it down, and you can color it in, or have your children color it in, wherever you are. I've done this for cars. I have done this for quarter sales, everything. I have used the thermometer. I guess I like thermometers. But anyhow, so um, let's go over the homework. Y'all ready for homework? Um, let's see, where am I? Okay, there is some homework if I can find it, because I don't have a list of it right here in front of me. Here it is. Pink Boot Camp Homework Session 1. Okay, your achievement list for week 1 is fill out a weekly plan sheet, which will be on the email that you get, that you can, and you may already have these that you're doing. I definitely wish that everybody filled out a weekly plan sheet. That way they know what they're doing. So fill out a weekly plan sheet, which we've already talked about. Fill out your weekly accomplishment sheet, either online or on paper, on InTouch or on paper. Text it to me. Take a picture of it, and text it to me. Create your 6 most important list. Get a free personal checking account, unless you've already got one, with a debit card. So check those off, and let me know next week what you did. We'll be talking about that. And but all of these handouts will be in the email. So we'll get that done along with the recording. So thank you all for being with us, and I hope you learned something. And if you've got team members, tell them about this. Make sure they watch the recorded version and see everything that they need to see. And I think that's it. Oh, hold on. I'm going to stop recording. So in case anybody has any questions, we can talk about them right now. Anyhow.